What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we're going to talk about when to visit Las Vegas. And when it comes to the time of year in Las Vegas, I like to split them into two seasons, one being peak season, the other being off season. Now, peak season is the busier time of the year, more of the major events are going on, and then the off season is more of the slower time of the year. It's not as much going on, the crowds aren't as big. So hopefully after this video, making your decision on when to visit Las Vegas, it'll be that much easier. So let's get started. Now before we get started, this video is just for educational purposes only. These are just tips and suggestions. Please don't make anything and hold anything in this video to be exact, just to help. Peak season is between March and October. I call peak season also pool party season because they're normally in alignment with each other. If you're looking to come to Vegas for pool parties, the pool parties start early to mid-March and they go all the way until mid to late October, just depending on how the seasons of the year go. So if you're looking to visit Vegas for the pool parties, because a lot of people love to come to Vegas for the pool parties, you're going to want to schedule your trip sometime between March and October. For those who are planning to come to Vegas during spring break, as most of you know, spring break is in March. Depending on where you are, it may carry over into April. Those are also great times of the year to come because the temperature is perfect in Vegas. You're in the 70s to 80s. So if you're looking for a wonderful time of year to come to Vegas as far as the temperature goes, March and April will definitely be your ideal times, unless you want to come later in the fall toward October. That's definitely when the summer heat starts to cool down. But spring break time, early March, April, those are great times of the year to come to Vegas. Most of the major U.S. holidays also occur during peak season. You've got the 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Halloween, even St. Patrick's Day in early March. It's a big event in Vegas. People love to have fun around St. Patrick's Day. But most of your major U.S. holidays that are also big events in Vegas occur during peak season. So if you're looking to go to Vegas for a big event that's going on around a major holiday, you definitely want to consider one of those holidays during peak season. They're all good times. It's always a good time in Vegas, especially during peak season, so you can't go wrong picking any of those holidays. If you're planning to visit Vegas in the summer, prepare for the heat. Vegas is hot, hot, hot. It is extremely hot for the summers in Vegas. When I say hot, I mean the hundreds, the mid 110s, 115s, sometimes it'll creep around 120. It is hot for the summers in Vegas. So if you are not a heat person, I would not recommend you visiting Vegas in the summer. But if you got something going on and you're gonna be visiting Vegas in the summer, just prepare for the heat. It's extremely hot. You might wanna for sure go to those pool parties or hang out at the hotel pools. Find something to do during the day because it is extremely hot in Vegas. I love to walk the strip. I'm an advocate for walking the Vegas strip. But summertime, you can best believe you're gonna get a workout being out in that summer heat. So just prepare for those hot days as well. Now, as I stated, peak season is the busiest time of the year. Most of the major events are going on. There are a lot of fights going on. There are a lot of basketball events going on. There's a lot going on between March and October in Vegas. It's very busy. It's also the most expensive time of the year. Just a tip for those who are looking to book a Vegas trip, Sunday through Thursday nights are your cheapest nights. Once you throw Friday and Saturdays in there, that's when your price starts to skyrocket. But especially during this time of year, summers and anytime during peak season, your rates are typically going to be higher than they are in the off season. So if you're looking to visit Vegas for more of an least expensive budget, you're going to probably want to wait until the off season when rates start to decrease. Halloween is my favorite time of the year. I get asked all the time, what is my favorite time of the year in Vegas? What do I love to do the most in Vegas? I love being in Vegas around Halloween, and Halloween is also the end of peak season. That's normally when the crowds start to slow down, all of the parties start to slow down. The major DJs and artists that come and perform in Vegas, they normally start to cut back from those performances after Halloween. So Halloween is pretty much like the farewell tour to peak season and the big crowds. So for those of you who are wondering what is the end of peak season, as I said, it's October, but specifically Halloween weekend, which also happens to be my favorite time of the year. So if you're thinking about going to Vegas for Halloween, you definitely want to consider doing that. You'll definitely be glad you did it and you will not regret it. Off season. Now, off season is from November until February. Specifically, I like to say off season starts the weekend after Halloween. That's when the crowds start to slow down. It's Vegas, so it'll always be busy, but it just won't be as busy as the major holidays are going during peak season or the major events. It'll definitely be a slower crowd, so you'll definitely be able to enjoy Vegas more for those who don't like a big rush and onslaught of people. You'll definitely want to consider going during the off season. Thanksgiving and Christmas are two major holidays in the US. Those aren't really major Vegas events because most people spend Thanksgiving and Christmas with their families. So if you're someone who's considering visiting Vegas during these times of year, the rates will be in your favor. It'll be a really good time to visit as far as the rates go. And it will not be busy either. It'll be really, really calm. It'll be a relaxing time in Vegas because most people are with their family during this time of year. Now, once New Year comes around, New Year is your major event, your major holiday for the off season. That's the one time during the off season that I can say is going to be extremely packed. The strip gets absolutely nuts. It is flooded with people. So if you are looking for a major holiday during the off season, that'll be your off season holiday, an event to be ready for. But aside from New Year's, Vegas is pretty cool and pretty chill from November to February. You've got a couple conventions that go on during the off season, but they're not gonna bring nowhere near the major crowds that you will for the holidays and the events that go on during peak season. And as I said earlier, Sunday through Thursday nights are your best night for rates. Those are your cheapest nights. Fridays and Saturdays, the rates go up a little more because they're the weekend. Most people come to Vegas during the weekend. But even in the off season, the rates are not as high during the week and on the weekends as they are during peak season. So if you strictly just want to try to find a time to go to Vegas when it's not expensive, you can get the best deal on rooms, you're definitely going to want to visit in the off season. I would say sometime between November, December, or mid-January, those will probably be the time for your best rates. Even February around Valentine's Day, rates aren't bad. So you definitely want to go during all season if you're looking to save money. Hopefully this video was helpful for those of you who are trying to decide when to visit Vegas. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. You can email me directly. I'll leave my email in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And as always, thanks for watching.